Prabhupada Stotara Shatashi Sabai Charnarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ISKCON founder Acharya Sagar the whole world Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Prana Shingadev ki jai, Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, Text 34. Rthaṁ artham yath pratīyeta. Rthaṁ yath pratīyeta na pratīyeta cātmani. Na pratīyeta cātmani. Tat vidyād ātmanaḥ māyām. Tad vidyād ātmano māyām. Yathā ābhāsaḥ. Yathā tamaḥ. Yathābhāso yathā tamaḥ. Rthaṁ yat pratīyeta. Na pratīyeta cātmani. Yat vidyād ātmano māyām. Yathābhāso yathā tamaḥ. Rthaṁ yat pratīyeta. Na pratīyeta cātmani. Yat vidyād ātmano māyām. Yathābhāso yathā tamaḥ. Rthaṁ without, artham value, yath that which, pratīyeta appears to be, na not, pratīyeta appears to be, cha and ātmani in relation to me, tat that, vidyād you must know, ātmanaḥ māyām illusory energy, yathā just as, ābhāsaḥ the reflection, yathā as, tamaḥ the darkness. Translation purported by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relation to me, has no reality. Know it as my illusory energy that reflection which appears to be in darkness. Please repeat, O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relation to me, has no reality. Know it as my illusory energy. That reflection which appears to be in darkness. Purport by Sri Brahmā. So reading from the third paragraph. The Vedanta Sutra. The Vedanta Sutra in the very beginning affirms that everything is born from the Supreme, and thus, as explained in the previous verse, all individual living entities are born from the energy of the Supreme Living Being, the personality of Godhead. Brahma himself was born from the energy of the Lord, and all other living entities are born from the energy of the Lord through the agency of Brahma. None of them has any existence without being doubted with the Supreme Lord. The independence of the individual living entity is not real independence, but is just the reflection of the real independence existing in the Supreme Being, the Lord. The false claim of supreme independence by the conditioned souls is illusion, and this conclusion is admitted in this verse. Persons with a poor fund of knowledge become illusion, and therefore the so-called scientists, physiologists, empiric philosophers, etc. become dazzled by the glaring reflection of the sun, moon, electricity, etc., and denying the existence of the Supreme Lord, putting forward theories and different speculations about the creation, maintenance and annihilation of everything material. Dasams purport. Om ajnānatimirāndasya jnānāndanashilākaya chakshurvalitam tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupādāya Krishnapreshthāya Bhūtale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Nīnitināmane Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravāni Pracārine Nirvishesha Shunyavādi Vāśyāntadeshatāriне Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsādi Gaurabhaktavrinda Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So actually we are reading from the crucial verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, the foundational verses. These are known as Chatushloki Bhagavatam, the foundational verses spoken to Brahma. So, in the last verse, Krishna says, before this creation I was existing, and then after this creation I will continue to exist. So recently one of the religious heads of the world, he is the head of the largest religion in the world, he made a comment about the two theories which are generally promoted by the scientists. One of the theory is called Big Bang theory, and one more theory is called the evolution theory, proposed by Charles Darwin. So he made a comment that those theories can be accepted in relation to God. He says we cannot deny these two theories but then somehow we have to link it up to God. Actually, these two theories are atheistic in nature. They deny the existence of God. Big Bang theory says that once upon a time there was some kind of a mass hanging in the space, and suddenly it exploded, and all the planetary systems and all the Prakriti that we see all around us, everything came about because of that explosion, and then slowly the life evolved and finally came to the stage that we are in now today. This was the theory of how the creation came about, right? So that's what Prabhupada is saying here. The scientists, empiric philosophers, they become enamored by the sun, moon and all the things that we see around, and they come up with speculations or some kind of a scientific theories, but they have no basis. Now why is it that there is no basis for their theories? Because you will never see an explosion creating an orderly system that we are living inside. For example, if somebody wants to construct a temple or a building, right? A house, for example. Now how much planning you require? You have to actually design the whole thing. You have to get the approval from the local authority, right? And after the approval, then you can get the materials, and then there is a way in which you have to construct, and then after that the government has to again give a certificate that this house or this temple can be occupied, and then only you can start using it. So this is the kind of a theory, this is the kind of system that is existing today. Now have you ever seen that you keep all the materials in one place and put a bomb, you put the bricks, put the cement, put the water, all the things next to each other and put a big bomb inside. And from the bomb comes a beautiful 5-story building or a nice wonderful temple, and then we all can go inside and then live or dance or whatever we can do. Is it possible? You go and explain this philosophy to the government agency who is giving permission for the house. They say, no, we have no designs to submit to you. So we need not to pay anything to you also, because our building is going to come about by a blast. He will blast us. He will not give any certificate, he will not give anything, right? It's a common sense. So when we challenge the philosophers that can you show me that phenomena happening now, he will say, no, it happened only once. Only once. And at that time I was there to see, that's all. Nobody can see that phenomena happening, only I am there to see. So you have to believe me. So now we have a choice to believe some XYZ scientist or to believe God, Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna. This is the choice we have. Many foolish people, they believe this scientists who propose these theories that everything came about by chance, but there is no origin at all. There is no a personal origin for this creation. It's all just an accidental phenomenon. This is what they say. Why these people promote this theory of accident? Because they have a motivation. What is that motivation? They want to simply exploit and enjoy the creation that is all around them. That's it. In order to do that, they deny the Creator so that they can go on with their activities without being accountable to any Creator. If Creator is there, you have to submit your accounts, right? I have used this, I have used that. What is accounting? How you used it. Various resources, how you used it, it's called accounting, right? Now, if the Creator is there, now Now he is the one who created this, then he will demand accounts. Tell me how you used it. Right? So these people, they don't want to be accountable to anybody. They want to simply, others guilty feelings, so many things will be there, no? So all that things they want to deny. That's why they will say, no, there is no God, there is no origin. This is what they say. Sometime back, the scientists have determined, now we want to find out the origin, and what they have decided, we will try to create that kind of an explosion once again. And then they have created a huge, tubes, two opposing tubes, or either a long tube, and then they have released two rays, like this, and then there is a collision and an explosion in the middle. That's called, that's an experiment that they have done. At the end of it, they have found one particle called Higgs boson. There's a particle called, there are some boson particles. So, why they are doing, they want to understand how this entire creation has come about. Everybody is curious. Why we need to know how it has come about? It is important. If you don't know from where it has come, you will never be able to understand the purpose. Now this is an important thing. In order to use, you need to know the purpose. In one village, one devotee, one folk devotee, he came from one of the villages in Andhra Pradesh. So, once he was talking to me, I was asking, what is your village? What are you doing? What is the uniqueness about your village? Like that I was just asking. So that boy, he was telling me that in our village there are so many bushes are there, some unique bushes. And then those bushes, he's saying, now they have become very famous, Swamiji said. I said, why? Then he told me that if you eat that bush, that leaves of the bush or whatever, it is found that the brain power increases. Some research somebody has done and they figured out. There is a tremendous demand for that bushes. I said, who used to eat these bushes? He said, all the goats, sheep and all, they used to eat these bushes. Oh, I said, those goats are must be very intelligent and brainy. He said, yeah, bro. The goats become very strong and all those things. Anyway, so that's the kind of this thing. And then suddenly the village has become very popular. They're all behind the bushes because a lot of money. Now who is behind these bushes? All the medicine manufacturing companies, Ayurveda, whatever they're all behind this. So suddenly the village has become very rich now. So anyway, the point is that why it has become so important now that bush. Till now nobody is bothered, only goats and sheep they are eating. And nobody is even bothered about it. Why it has become so important? Because they understood the purpose. That bush, they understood the use. Right? The purpose is to give strength to the brain, but they don't know. They're using it for feeding the sheep and goats, but suddenly they came to know. See? So, this is the thing. In places that Malaysia and all those areas, previously, long ago, Malaysia is known for sandalwood, growing sandalwood. Now recently, we happen to see there. Nowadays they are growing rubber trees. Sandalwood are gone, now rubber. They are running behind rubber now. So anyway, so the sandal from the trees they take up. And they use it among the local tribals. They don't know. they use it for, cooking their food and getting some coffee tea, making some coffee tea, all those things. They use it for Krishna Balaram ki. Now why is it that they have no idea what is the purpose of this particular gour? There is no idea. Now, how do you know the purpose unless you understand who has created this? Only the Creator will know the purpose behind this. Right? Only the Creator will know. For example, when we are talking like this, there is one hall there. Right? How do I know why that hall is there? Only the one who created it will come to know. He says, yes, this hall is meant for this. This hall is meant for this. There is a planning. The Creator has a plan. Before creating, where comes what, and then what is the meaning of this place and that that particular apparatus or this thing. So many things are there, and all that is planned by the Creator. So this is an important one. So this is actually required to understand who is the Creator of all these wonderful things around us. But the scientists, their view is always been that all these things has come about by some indivisible particle. A particle which cannot be divided anymore, that kind of an indivisible particle must be the cause for this entire creation, and they are always running behind some particles. Right? And so our theory, Bhagavatam says, okay, even if you find the indivisible particle, still you need somebody to combine those particles and produce wonderful forms and varieties that we are seeing today. In order to construct this hall, maybe the basic unit is a brick, right? One brick is there. But to combine those bricks and make it into this form, you need to have some brain behind. Somebody has to stand and say, yeah, you have to construct like this. You cannot put all the bricks and put a bomb inside and ignite and say, yes, now you be like this. It will not come. Right? So this is the common sense. So this is what we are saying, that even if you identify the indivisible particle by means of which the entire universe has been constructed, we are going to ask the question, who constructed it? Who is standing behind this and is constructing this? So this is who gave birth to this hall? That's the question. Similarly, who gave birth to this universe? So here, the Vedanta Sutra, it affirms that everything is born from the Supreme Being. From Krishna. Everything has come out from Him. So Krishna is also saying, before the creation, I am existing. Now this is an important statement. You should understand this. Before Prabhupada, Hare Krishna movement is not there. So Prabhupada is saying, I am existing before Hare Krishna movement, because he created it. This is ISKCON. Before ISKCON, I am there. Okay? So you have to understand this statement. Now, because of Prabhupada, the entire ISKCON has come about. So it's all came because of the energy of Prabhupada. He has worked hard, he has spent his energy, he has created devotees, he has created buildings, he has created resources, he has created a system. What has to be there, where it has to be there, everything he created it. Everything that is happening in this temple is by the instructions of the spiritual master. The Guru has told, here Krishna, Balaram, they should be like this, they should be worshipped like this, and Prabhupada has to be like this, there has to be this, there has to be that. Everything has told. Why 8 o'clock we are having Bhagavatam class? Who told? Who kept that system? Prabhupada has kept. He created, otherwise why will be here? So the Creator has determined the resources, the procedures, the processes, everything He has created. So that's why Prabhupada can say, before ISKCON I am there. And I created it. Now Krishna is saying, before the creation I am there and I created it. So the entire creation has come from Krishna's energies. This is an important. It has all came from Krishna. So nothing is disconnected from Krishna because everything has come from Him only. That's what in this verse He is saying. Whatever appears to be of any value, O Brahma, if it is without relation to me, Krishna, has no reality. Whatever is there in ISKCON, all procedure, everything, it all has relation with Sri Prabhupada because he personally decided this. Everything has a relation. So similarly, everything that we see in this universe, in this world, has a relation with the Supreme Lord. And Krishna is saying, if you are unable to see me, that means it is ātmano māyām. It is actually, know it as my illusory energy. Even Maya has a relation with Krishna. So Krishna is saying, know that you are actually illusion. So this is an animal. That's why here Vedanta Sutra affirms that actually everything came from Krishna. Everything. And how to relate to Krishna, that's what we have to study Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and understand how everything is connected to Krishna. Recently, I have seen one video, because I have told this many times also. That video shows about one chair, one seat, a nice seat. That's the seat, like that. There is one nice seat is there in the car now. And one boy, small boy, is walking towards that seat and he wants to sit there basically. So he went there to sit. But when he went there, he understood that that is actually not a seat, but it is a python curled and looking like a seat. One python, big python is curled like this. And it is, the head is on inside. It is looking like a nice small seat. So the boy went there. And then when he touched, then I could not see further. Actually, the python swallowed him. See? Very dangerous. Now, analyze this incident. There is something. The boy is thinking it is seat. Right? And he approached. Now look at this. The boy is in ignorance. Why? Because what is actually there is actually python. But he is thinking it is a seed. So the boy is illusion. It's called māyām. So when a jiva is illusion, the result is either death or suffering. Let us say it's not a python but a snake. Snake will bite and goes, let us say. Then it's a suffering. Now here comes the concept of the three modes. What is an object is existing, how you approach that object, that determines what mode is controlling you. It's the python that is existing, and by seeing, if you think, yes, it is python, you are in goodness, you know what it is. And you know what it is, and you want to enjoy the nice cold skin of the python, and then you go actually risky, but still you go for enjoyment. Actually you are passionate. And you are thinking that is a nice seat and let me go and sit there and then go in ignorance. All the three are illusion. These three understandings are all illusion. Why? Krishna is saying, you are not seeing me, you are not seeing my hand, you are not seeing pratīyeta. What is that? The vidyād. So you are not seeing the connection with me, ātmanaḥ, vidyād ātmanaḥ. The real vidya means you have to see a connection with the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, sometimes we will be stuck in satguna. For example, say health related, we will be forced to come to satguna, but we should not get stuck there. After eating, say when you go to Ayurveda, they will all teach you all these sattvic habits, right? So, but what a devotee should do is, he should see that no, everything came from Krishna. Krishna's connection has to see. Closer to Krishna is Satguna, away from Krishna is ignorance. So the modes indicate our distance from Krishna. Closer to Krishna is Satguna. If you go far away, you are actually ignorant. This is the so that vidyād ātmano māyām. So this is an illusory energy. Illusory energy. Sometimes one devotee, some folk boy or somebody was asked me, Prabhu, we create this illusion in our mind, isn't it? So illusion is actually in my mind. I created it. So how can I stop this? Now, one point that we have to understand is Maya is not created by us. He is saying ātmano māyām. That illusory energy is not created by us. It is created by Krishna. Mama Maya. Krishna is saying my Maya. You cannot create illusory energy. That is one more Maya. Maya's Maya. You cannot create. You can never create police force. A citizen can never create police. Police has to be created by the government. Maya, one of the functions of Maya is police force. It is police. What you create is a criminal desire to enjoy. Then comes the police. Maya comes. So we have to clearly understand the role of Maya. Maya is not created by us. But we fall into Maya. We fall into the hands of Maya because of our criminal desire. And what is a criminal desire? As soon as you think to enjoy this world independent of Krishna, that is called criminal desire. Why? There is nothing independent. There is no independent, everything is in relation to Krishna. That's what Krishna is. If you think you are independent, in the purport, Prabhupada is saying, the independence of the individual living entity is not real independence. It's not real. Real independence exists only in the Supreme Being. Your independence is tiny, and that too very limited. Now let us say you get into one watch showroom. After you get into the showroom, the independence that you have to select the watch, that's the kind of independence we have. But the primary question is, should I get into the showroom or not? Similarly, once you come inside this material world, once you come inside this body, your independence is completely curtailed. After you get into the showroom, you have only some 10 varieties, that's all. You can choose this, that's all. Similarly, as soon as you get into this body, your independence is curtailed. right? On what basis it is curtailed? That's our destiny. So many factors are there. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. The false claim of supreme independence by the conditioned soul is illusion. If it is not reality, illusion. How deep is the illusion? That shows the model. A very deep illusion, that's ignorance. In between, enjoyment, little reality, little enjoyment, all those things, that is passion. You know clearly what it is, then sattva. But all the three are different degrees of illusion. It indicates our distance from the Lord. So, any questions? Yeah, mode is yeah. Actually, the sattva is conducive to become a devotee. It's conducive. But it is possible that being a sattva you can be biggest demon. Ravana is also, he knows all the Vedas and he is sattvic, but he is a big demon. But generally, the sattva is very conducive. It is compared to a dry grass. If they come in touch with a pure devotee, chuck it will burn and then immediately there is a possibility of becoming a devotee. So within the modes, the recommended mode is to come to sattva. If you compare these three, sattva are that's the recommended mode. We all should progress towards that. But as he rightly said, there is no guarantee that if somebody comes to sattva, he will become a devotee. There is no guarantee. There has to be a touch of a pure devotee. But somebody who is little sattvic, and then he comes in contact with this mission, with Prabhupada, then very quickly he will take up. So there is a basic ignorance in all these three modes. And what is that? The basic ignorance of not recognizing Krishna. That ignorance is there in all the three modes. But compared to all the three, sattva is better, much better. So in that sense it is close to Krishna. Close to transcendence. Any other? Pure devotees are in the Shuddha Sattva, beyond Sattva. In this world, if you are in Sattva, the other modes can take over and suddenly you can become passionate or you can become ignorant. See, that's the problem with this world. Sattva is there, but it gets diluted or competed by other two gunas. Let us say somebody is very sattvic, but let us say the season has become like this, so he may become in a cold season or this and that. According to season, he may, the modes influence him, and he may become passionate or he may become ignorant. That's the kind of thing. That's the problem here. But when you cross this three modes area, you can cross that, and then you can reach the place where this only pure sattvic sattva guna is there, but it's not material guna, but it's called Shuddha Sattva. Actually, there are three modes there also. Here also there are three modes, but those three modes are spiritual modes. Sandhini, Samvit and Ahladini. So those three modes interact and create the varieties there. and create the enjoyment for the jivas. And the perverted reflection of those three modes is these three modes, sattvic, rajas, and those things. So that's why jiva feels natural, because there are some modes, here are some modes, there are things, there are some things. Everything is very natural for it. It is actually seeking that only, but it is wrongly seeking in the matter. So as soon as the jiva seeks those varieties in spirit, then he enjoys a different pleasure. So that's called Shuddha Sattva. Actually, a devotee, if he becomes pure here, he actually comes under the same three modes, same maya, but it's a yoga maya starts acting. That means the same three modes gets converted into yoga maya. Otherwise, she will act like a police, mahamaya, beat you up nicely and create kleshas in the jiva. But as soon as you start surrendering, she becomes motherly, yoga maya. For Krishna, everything is spiritual. For the pure devotee also, everything is spiritual. Yes?
How do we understand it? How do you understand the three modes in the spiritual world? Because the three modes also exist in the spiritual world.
Yeah, Prabhupada explains in many places, Chaitanya Charitamrita also explains that the maya that is there is the yoga maya, all auspicious energy, and she also works in the form of three modes. Sandhini is the existential energy. That's the energy which creates all the planetary systems and this and that. And Samyat is the all-knowing, or the energy which creates the basically these three are reflecting Sat, Chit and Ananda. Those are the three energies. So that's the Chit potency, all-knowing and knowledge creating, that's the energy. And then finally the Ahladani, that is actually Radharani, Ahladani potency. So those are the three modes which exist. Because we can do a lot of research to understand this. In one place, Prabhupada explains the second canto only. Prabhupada explains that the Sandhini energy creates the spiritual planets. Any other?
We say that Krishna is doing everything, but as devotees, how we should see Krishna is there, he is doing, I should also do something. So, is there a partnership or is there what extent we should do, what extent? Because our hands legs also are moving by what we should do.
Yeah, I'm unable to get the question. It's because of the sound that you have.
When we are doing surveys, so Krishna is doing, and we also have to put something in ourselves. So what is that?
You use the word partnership. Yeah, it's good. So now this question is, yes, our hands, our body, everything has come from the Supreme Lord. And in fact, we ourselves also came from the Supreme Lord. And the jiva is also an energy of the Lord. See, energy doesn't mean impersonal always. Persons can also be energies. They are also energies, but they are personal energies. Impersonal energy is only the Brahma Jyoti. That Brahma Jyoti, and within the Brahma Jyoti, one cloud appeared, and that cloud is the Mahatattva cloud that has appeared, and all the creation came from that. Right? So that's why entire creation is impersonal. It all came from the Brahma Jyoti. But Krishna has created the living entity. Created means it's not the creation that we perceive here, but Krishna has created us also. But we are all different energy, and then we are persons. So energies energy doesn't mean it doesn't have any form, no. So warehouse energy. So now everything has come about like this. Now we are using this energy to serve the Lord, right? Now this is the point. We have to use the energies that we see all around us in order to serve the Lord, knowing well that all of these are actually coming from Him only. So then what is the mode in which we have to do? Actually, devotional service has to be done with a great feeling of gratitude. Devotee has to develop gratitude. My Lord, you gave me this nice body to me, let me engage in your service. A personalist engages the energies in the service of the Lord with a feeling of gratitude. Why the feeling of gratitude comes? He knows that it is given by Him. So that feeling is important. Now what is the Jiva's contribution? That he wants to do service. That wanting, that desire, that is what the contribution of the Jiva. If you have criminal desire, you will be arrested by Maya. You will be beaten up by Maya. If you have a nice desire to serve Krishna, the same Maya will help you. The material nature will help the devotee in the progress. It will provide the supply the material. For example, a devotee thinks, okay, let me construct a nice temple. You will see, the things will come and fall in place. But you think, let me construct a big skyscraper building. I will live on the 100th floor. And then you make a big plan, and then you will see the Maya, it will bring you suffering. Some support will be there from Maya, based on the destiny, based on your whatever you deserve. That much support will come, but rest of it, there will be along with it, you will get also beating also. I will tell you the difference between these two energies. One example I will give you. I think last time also I mostly have mentioned. We have applied for our plan sanction of our temple to the local authority. It's called GHMC. Here what is called? CMD. CMD. Like that there is a GHMC, there is HMD. So GHMC we have applied. So we went with the plans and then we asked with the officials, these are the plans. Okay, Swamiji, submit. It may take 8 months to 1 year. They told like that. Then we said, my God, so much time, we need it urgently. Okay, then we'll push maybe 6 months. Like that they told. Then we have submitted. And then every day, our devotee used to go to GHMC. And he used to give our bomb. What is that? Prasadam, kaja. 2 kaja pieces he used to give. That officer will every day used to eat. And then if it goes to the next table, again he goes to the next table. Doesn't talk anything, just give it 2 kaja and sit there. It goes to table to table, table to table. Our devotees have followed up. And we got the plan sanction in 15 days. What is supposed to take 8 months as completed in 15 days. Now what is this energy which has done all these things in 15 days? The regular energy, the regular process is 8 months. But this is a different energy created by Kaja and created by the devotee's presence. Saying, oh my God, Swamiji is sitting in front of he cannot do anything else, our body only. Right? So this is so when the devotee and the Lord's prasadam, all these things are involved, it's no more the regular energy. It's no more. So that's all. In this world, a jiva is only a knower. He can only create desire. He can desire to act in a certain way. So we increase our desires. Yes, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to engage this table in Krishna's service. I want to engage this in Krishna's service. I want to engage everything he wants to engage. And with what mood? Krishna, you only gave gratitude. With the feeling of gratitude, it does a service. Thank you so much. I got this facility to do some service. Thank you for this service. Devotee's mood of service is thankful. One more day, I can do Guru Puja. Thank you. One more day, one more Mangalarti. Thank you. See, a feeling of gratitude. I will solve normal. Every day, same thing. Actually, I am supposed to get all these things. Why they are not giving me? See, we get into demanding and always mood when we forget this gratitude. Why we? But look at the things that I am in. So this is not ordinary. This is the blessing of Krishna Balaram. Right? Blessing of Gaur Nitya. They have given me such a big blessing of Prabhupada. If Prabhupada remained in Vrindavan, nicely chanting is doing his bhajan and Nirjana bhajan, he can do also. There is no pressure on him. Nicely Nirjana bhajan, enjoying Radha Krishna Leelas. If he remains in Vrindavan, today where we will be? All of us can all of us peacefully sit and enjoy Bhagavatam at 9 o'clock in the morning? You will be going and punching, those things will be doing. Right? But today, peacefully we are sitting, knowing very well that Prasad is also ready. There is extraordinary facility. An extraordinary facility. And how it came? By the energy of Prabhupada. He sweated. He said, I have to shed the gallons of my blood to create one devotee. Right? And then when Prabhupada is praying to Krishna, Krishna is obliged to supply all this. It's actually a relation between Prabhupada and Krishna that Krishna has agreed to come here. So the mood of a devotee is that of a gratitude. My Lord, you have created so nicely all these facilities. Whole lot of things you have given us. So let me engage this, let me engage this, let me engage this. So one is the emotion, which is gratitude. One more is the desire. Yes, I want to engage more and more in Krishna's service. So these are the things that is our contribution. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.